first day. This is an evening sit. I've got the wifey here with me. Just went down and checked the camera by the mock scrape that I made. We got several pictures of does coming in here, especially in the evening time. We each have a tag for does around here. We're hopefully going to get a doe down. While we walked in, we did jump 3 deer, and one of them was a decent buck. About 80 yards before we got to the stand, we snuck in the rest of the way. We got up in here, didn't jump anything else. So we've got a couple hours until dark here, so hopefully something comes through.
We weren't able to do an after game session in the tree stand because it got a little dark, and we also had a doe around us, so we wanted to wait until she was out of the way for us to start getting down, possibly do an after game session, but it took her a while and it was too dark for any camera lights, so we figured we'd do it when we came back to the truck. So it was a really good sit today. We got in, like I said earlier, we jumped 3 coming in. Didn't think it was going to make too much of a problem with the deer movement around that area, so we still snuck in and ended up seeing 2 doe come through, and then saw 2 bucks come through, a nice 8-point and then a spike. Had a little bit of pre-rut action. That 8-point was pushing the doe around a good bit, and then she went off, and the 8-point and the spike started sparring, made some rubs, made some scrapes, and they moved on off. And then a little bit later into the evening, we had a doe come back down through looking for her fawn when they split up the mother and the fawn when the bucks came through. So she came through looking for her doe. Thought she was going to come down in range. She ended up going outside of range, following the stream down through, then went back through, then came back, and then she looked like she was going to hit the trail about 30 yards. And I kept trying to draw back, but she kept looking up towards me, so I wasn't able to move. And then she came back around and came up to about 25 yards. I was able to draw back, but she caught me, stood there for a little while, and I had to hold it. I started getting a little tired and a little shaky, and when she turned to go broadside, I shot, and I missed. It went right over her back, all but skinned her back, so she ran off. And that was pretty much the conclusion of the night, but it was a really good sit, saw a lot of action.
Alright, so what's going on, everybody? I'm back at my house today. This morning, it's the next morning after the hunt last night with me and the wifey. I just wanted to go over a little bit of kind of what happened in that hunt. I didn't really go over, what happened with the shot with the doe a whole lot. So I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of that today. Basically, she came in, she went around down to the stream. She's looking for her fawn when they got split up, when the mother doe was getting chased by that 8-point. She came back later, went down to the stream out about 45 yards from me, so I wasn't able to get a shot. So she was following the stream down. So I figured, well, she's going to walk out, she's going to follow that stream down, she's going to hit the bedding area that's down there, and she's going to be gone. So I watched her, I set my bow back up, and then about 5 minutes later, she come walking back through a little bit closer, probably about 35-40 yards. So quietly grab my bow, I get turned around, and she's coming up. She looks like she's gonna hit the trail at about 30 yards. So I start getting ready. She's getting a little edgy, and she keeps looking up, not right at us, but she's looking up towards us, so I can't really move too much. So she keeps walking and keeps walking. I'm not able to draw because every time I want to draw, she keeps looking up towards us, and I wasn't able to, well, get the draw off on her. So I figured I wasn't going to be able to get a shot. So I kind of rest, and she turns around, and she starts coming even closer, and then turns, and she's about 25 yards because I remember marking one of those spots. So she puts her head down at one point. I draw, and when the video picks back up, you see her staring at me. So because she caught me when I was drawing. So I was waiting because I'm holding my draw. She finally turns and steps away. And when I first shot, I thought it was all my fault on not aiming as well as how I should have. It's hard to tell in the video, but when you watch it in really slow motion, she does drop a good bit, and she was on edge. So I should have known that. I should have set my pin a little bit lower than what I should have, than what I did, I should say. But that just goes to show you guys, how much a deer will drop when a shot goes off. Even at 25 yards, I shoot 60 pounds. My arrow gets there pretty fast. So it still goes to show you that even when a deer is on edge, that they're going to drop, they're going to duck that arrow. That's why I always tell Praz, I tell Dawson, I said, when you're going to aim for right above where the brown meets the white on the belly, because if you hit that shot, it's a hard shot, it's a good shot. If they drop, you're still dropping where it's the lungs, maybe you catch a little bit of liver, but I didn't set on my pin as low as what I should have, but she still dropped a good amount, and I shot right over her back. So it's a little lesson learned in this hunt, but It's not going to stop me. We're going to get back out there and hopefully get a deer on the ground. Hope you enjoyed the footage.